Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Well, I saw that W had a hole-in-one yesterday. That seems fair.
That was a couple days ago.
I
Yeah.
mean, he needs a little something good to happen in his life.
He's
I mean,
like
72. He looks 60.
Never had one.
A two-term president,
Yeah.
and the guy's got everything in the world. He's probably a trillionaire living on some 8 zillion acre ranch, and he goes and gets it. By the way, like a new prestigious golf club too. He didn't get it at the Eagle Trace Public Course out in Frisco.
Hey, what happened? We'll kick this off, but I didn't see a ton of the second half of Belmont, Maryland.
Yeah.
So did Maryland just wear them down inside?
Maryland came out
because they were so much bigger.
Yeah.
Belmont played really good basketball early on.
They looked like the better team in the first half.
Yeah, they were fun to watch. I thought they were going to win the game.
Me too.
And they had a chance, but Maryland won in the end. How did they do it? Did you?
I didn't see when they did their primary work because
Okay.
I drove home just after half to get home in time for the Florida game. But
Right.
Maryland started the second half like 14-0. That's what happened.
Okay.
So they went from 6 down to 8 up, and then
Were they doing
pretty
their
mu-
work inside with those big fellas they had? Because that's what it seemed like. They just seemed bigger and more athletic. Belmont played well, but I just felt like Maryland eventually wore them down or something.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit of that.
What happened?
Well, I just got a call from you talked about your foray into Big Blue Nation.
Yes.
And our dear friend Skinny is about to start his 6.5-mile Constitution.
Oh, okay.
The old Skinny B.
Yes.
He called. He said, just a mild correction for you.
Yes.
He said he is giving up booze for Lent, but it is in regards to his immortal soul, nothing to do with his physical body.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this isn't physical health. This
Well,
is
thank you for cleaning
mental
that
health
up,
and
Skinny.
immortal soul.
In 20 days, he will once again begin drinking himself to death.
Regardless,
and make sure that immortal soul has a little bit of buzz when it's first called to
regardless,
the gates.
I did do him a solid. I could see the look in his eyes, and I could worse see the look in Charlton's eyes when he came in and looked at Skinny and wanted to.
Here's the great news. Because this is the worst if you're like Wofford fan and you come into town and then you lose the game.
Yeah.
It's always good to get that second game, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
It goes without saying. But let's kick off this 10-minute drill. I watched John Morant yesterday. Got home in time for his game. And, you forget, before Steph Curry was the king of the NBA, he was a little skinny kid at Davidson who no one had really was aware of.
Right.
And he went into the tournament, and he took Davidson all the way to the Elite Eight. I think that it can be a big trampoline to your pro success. And so John Morant has been tearing up these little tiny Eastern Kentuckys and, Austin Peay's of the world all year.
Yeah.
And then yesterday against Marquette, I sat down, Hick, and I caught him early. The game had just begun, and I said, well, if John Morant is the number 2 pick in the draft, which everyone is saying he is, then this ought to look like an NBA player stepped in to play this game for Murray State.
Right.
And sure as hockey sticks, that's exactly what it looked like. Suddenly I'm watching Jimmy Butler take on Marquette, and he was, 17, 16, and 12, bro?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And the Marquette's a Big East team with a lot of tournament, in fact, there's some irony, the first guard with a triple-double since Dwayne Wade, who played at Marquette.
First triple-double in the NCAA tournament since who?
It was 2012. It was Draymond Green.
Draymond Green,
Yeah.
who had 2 of them.
Yeah. Again,
then
there's
before
another
that-
one that maybe you should see that.
Before that, Cole Aldrich. Before that, Dwayne Wade. Before that, Andre Miller. So you're going, they're all great players. Well, then David Kane joined the party back in 1993 with St. John's. And you went,
David who?
Exactly.
He played for St. John's, and I don't remember his name.
David
Triple-double.
Kane.
Oh.
Shaq had one at 2 in the first round.
I'm not suggesting that means he's going to be a great player, but that's stepping up to the
I'm
table.
suggesting
You're a 12 versus a 5. Cinderella had a broken foot yesterday, except for Ja.
I'm suggesting there's a real good chance that Ja ends up a Nick because we have about 7 point guards on the roster.
He doesn't look like he looks like he's an off guard as much as anything.
Ja!
And I bring this up not just to promote Ja, that wouldn't make it the top story, but that's what FSU. In life you try and slay Goliath. Here you got to slay David too.
Yeah.
So FSU will try and slay David when John Morant. That game, by the way, 6:15 on Saturday. So no conflicts. Here we got early games, noon and 2:40.
Beautiful, beautiful. What game is must see for you today?
Oh gosh, I'm still soaking in yesterday.
Still giddy about yesterday?
Well, I had a great week, or a great first day in the bracket. The Wheel of Consequence is far out of my line of vision right now. The Gators won last night, so I was just, over the moon with that.
Mhm.
So let me look at today's schedule.
All right. I just so there's not one that sticks
Well,
out.
I haven't looked. I mean, honest to
Yeah.
gosh, I'm still processing yesterday. I don't even know. I haven't even looked. What am I doing here? There's no games on the 29th. I do not need to be looking at the 29th. I will not find Iowa, Cincinnati. No, no. No.
I think you watch a lot of the big boys today.
That's a no. Yeah, there's nothing here, buddy. Not a very compelling day.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if Iowa State and Ohio State get into a shootout, I mean, they'll games will emerge out of this.
Sure.
Yesterday, because Florida and Florida State were playing, had a lot more appeal to me and our region. So
Right.
the Thursday Saturday dominates my
Yeah.
sports thought in this first week.
All right.
So Florida and Florida State both win yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Florida State has to beat Ja and hold off Cinderella, and that's hard to do. That's going to be a tough spot for them. And Florida has to beat a team that I don't think they've ever beaten Michigan in basketball. I mean, I don't know. I'm saying for whatever. Glenn, Robinson scored 100 on them and beat them by 30, and then they lost in the Elite Eight a couple of years ago. I believe they got us in the NIT one year. Of course, you could say the same thing about Michigan football, and Florida beat them in the bowl game. So, yeah, Florida State obviously has a much better chance of advancing. They're the better seed and, projected to go further in the tournament. But what kind of shot do you give the Gators against Michigan, and what kind of shot do you give John Morant against FSU?
I don't think Florida wins. Florida gives some teams some fits because they play really good defense. I mean, Nevada.
Leading scoring team in NCAA, I think.
Right. And they scored 61, about 20 less than they normally score.
Yeah, 81 and a half, basically. So,
again, that's kudos to the coach who gets his team to play really hard and convince them that the only way we're going to win basketball games is if you guys go out there and play your butts off defensively. 2-1 against Michigan all time.
In basketball?
I think so.
That's impossible.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Can't
Look,
be 2-1.
it says 3 games.
That could be 1-2. They can't be 2-1 because they lost to Glenn
Well,
Robinson.
Michigan is 2-1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
In the tournament or just all-time period?
Since 1949, 1950.
So Florida must have beat them in the regular season somewhere, but I know they've lost to them twice in the postseason.
Yeah. It would be a monumental upset for me.
For Florida.
Yeah.
I should have framed it this way. And this is what I was thinking as I talked. I talked myself out of what my initial question was. What would be the bigger upset, Florida beating Michigan or Murray State? And I know it seems like a stupid question because Murray State's a 12, but they don't play like a 12.
If Florida wasn't Florida, didn't have the name Florida, and Murray State didn't have the name Murray State, Florida beating Michigan would be the bigger upset because Florida has the name, so they got a little backbone to
expectation.
Them. Yeah. But I think Florida State wins, and I think Michigan wins. Quite honestly,
I do too.
I mean,
I do too.
Again, it's all gravy from this point out for the Gators.
The second round gives you the really good matchups. The first one, the Cinderellas, they fight like hockey sticks, but most of the time they don't win. But then in the second round, you get a 4 versus 5, a 3 versus 6, a 1. But then things really happen. This is where a number 1 seed can lose to an 8 or a 9. In their next game.
Jeff, next year the NFL owner meetings are coming up. The NFL's competition committee has proposed 2 versions of a modified expansion of instant replay. Both call for just a 1-year trial before any permanent decisions are made, but they still need the approval of the owners. The first proposal adds fouls for PI to the list of reviewable plays. The second would include fouls for pass interference, but also would add fouls for roughing the passer and unnecessary hits against a defenseless receiver. The problem is that doesn't fix the ultimate problem because there was no penalty on the play between the Rams and the Saints.
How do you handle if it's a call that's not made?
Yeah.
And that's what doesn't get addressed there. I wouldn't have a problem.
This, by the way, I think would drive me more crazy as a fan because
the refs are out there for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? We don't need they're going to miss a couple. It's like this society today, we're supposed to be more tolerant than ever.
This seems like
we accept nothing less than perfect.
Yeah, this seems like there'll be even more reversals. Which drive me crazy.
I think that this is a huge overreaction. I would do one thing. I would bring pass interference, called or uncalled, inside of 2 minutes in the postseason. That's the only change I'm making.
Huh?
Inside of 2 minutes in the postseason, pass interference becomes a reviewable call.
The Washington Redskins have proposed making all plays eligible for review.
and the Washington Redskins are all. I figures an idea like that would come out of Washington. Welcome to the 8-hour game. Those brainiacs.
Right side, left side.
Right. Yeah, that's the middle of an aisle. I don't want to even go down.
And what we're going to do is we're going to actually ask for games to be reviewed by a Republican and a Democrat.
Then you know what?
It's now 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Can we get an answer, please?
In other news, the league has decided to shut down.
Yes,
That'll
the
be a
league is shutting down.
It'll be a league shutdown is
Oh, my
what will
goodness.
happen. I feel differently about this. I don't think that James O'Shaughnessy's just a throwaway roster spot. He's a young guy. We talk all about guys that can, emerge and develop. He's still relatively young. He's not like some 8-year veteran. He had a career high in catches last year.
Uh-huh.
And I really believe that everybody on the Jaguars who's in charge of catching a ball will have a significantly better year because of the ball being thrown to them this time around.
All right.
So now, the question I was going to ask you.
I have a question for you about O'Shaughnessy before you ask me my question.
Understand,
Yeah.
okay,
Uh-huh.
that he's every damn bit as effective as Jeff Swaim has ever been. And we go crazy because it's somebody else's James O'Shaughnessy. That's my only point. If we're going to be excited about Jeff Swaim this time last week, he's no better than O'Shaq Hennessy.
Well, who's excited? I mean, I think
we were excited last week about the tight end.
I think everybody has cautioned and gone made it very clear about free agents.
I'm not saying O'Shaughnessy's now a star. I'm saying I don't have a problem re-signing him. That's what I'm saying.
You better draft a guy.
Not number 7. You think this affects that at all?
No.
It
Not
should.
if you think. No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, it should. You have 3 tight ends already. And
Who?
On your roster.
Who's the third one?
Isn't Koyak still on the team? Not Koyak. There's a third one, isn't there? Oh, no, it's just Swaim and the McPhee or whatever his name is.
So why would that affect you taking the best tight end?
Because best tight ends don't go number 7, first and foremost. But secondly, you have 2 guys that you would confidently start on Sunday.
If you're confidently starting 2 guys with 20-some catches, we're in a whole lot of trouble.
I don't know what
We're
you think
looking
the
for
tight end position is. Who's the
Zach Ertz is who we're looking
for. Who's the tight end in Houston?
We're looking for Zach Ertz.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
And we're also looking for Tom Brady.
Well, he might be there at number 7. I would just ask you this about James O'Shaughnessy, and I don't mind them re-signing him, whatever. But 2 years of playing,
I'm not saying it's a great signing. I'm not going to let you put me in that box.
I'm not. I didn't say it. I want you to tell me the memorable catch he made.
Tell me a memorable play anybody made a year ago.
Tell me the memorable catch in the last 2 years that James O'Shaughnessy made.
He is a tight end on a team that runs the football. You tell me the memorable play A.J. Can made. I don't know what to tell you.
I proposed this to
O'Shaughnessy. He had and I won't even be able to tell you the team. I can remember him making athletic plays like some run and catch.
I remember 2, and one I was reminded of. He caught a fake punt from Nortman, so that must have been 2 years ago. And I'm pretty sure he caught one in the playoff game against the Steelers out in the flat and ran down the sidelines for like 30, if I'm not mistaken. Those 2 are the ones that stick out to me. So that's what I would. That's
sure Koyak's not on the team?
I don't know.
Oh, well, yes. You looked at me like they released him or something.
Oh.
Yeah, Koyak is the 4th.
You go get him, Benny.
Look,
We'll always have 4th and 1.
I've got potential elite defenders on the board at number 7. I'm done scattering my vision. That's what I'm taking.
In honor of future Jaguar T.J. Hawkinson, we'll take caller number 7 right now.
I just don't want to tell.
What are they taking home?
You score in the tight end position by finding him in round 3. Go get the kid from San Diego State in round 3. That's how you get really good, not by using number 7 picks on tight end.
That's
what I think.
Than being a first-round draft pick.
Yes.
Caller number 7 is going to get lunch for 2 at Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
And a free car wash with a gift card from Zip
Dan
Car Wash.
Hicken is the early nominee for Hero of the Day. He brought in a sack of Chick-fil-A today.
Yes. We should have stock
Apparently,
in Chick-fil-A.
We've learned from the sticker on the bag, Dan has a nickname at the store. He's called Dan Black Sedan.
Yes.
Dan what now?
Dan Black Sedan.
Oh.
It's the car I drive. That's what they write.